Good evening. My name is Alice Reed, and I'm the spiritual director at the Center for Spiritual Living Santa Cruz in Live Oak, California, located in Santa Cruz. Um, we're here this evening to share some spiritual practice, so I'm so glad you've joined us. So I invite you to sit back and relax, to allow yourself to be centered through your breath, through the music, through the poetry, as we move through our brief time together. And as I like to start each week, we'll light a candle to create this sacred space that we'll share together tonight. So join me as I say this invocation for our time tonight. I know that we have gathered to dive deep, to explore the beautiful inner landscape of our hearts and our minds, that all the prayer, the music, the readings, the meditation, all of it is a wonderful vehicle for us to explore that deep dive of spirit through spiritual practice. I give great thanks for all that have joined us this evening, knowing that there is power in your presence. I simply bless us all as we go forth this evening on our journey together. I say thank you and thank you and thank you again to Spirit for all that is brought forth this evening, knowing that it is rich and nourishing, and so it is.
I'll light a candle in your memory, though I don't know who you are. And when I think about your family, I will wish upon a star. And I pray that they'll find peace someday. I pray they'll make it through. I'll light a candle in your memory to honor you. I'll light a candle for America. May we feel peace inside. We'll hold each other closer and wipe the tears we've cried. And I pray we'll bond together, and I pray that we'll pull through. I'll light a candle for America, for me and for you. And we will light the world with our love. I know that we will light the world with our love, with our love. I'll light a candle for humanity, for the good that's yet to come, as we overlook our differences and join now as one. And I pray we'll come out stronger in this world I'm dreaming of. I'll light a candle for humanity, to be a world living in love. And we will light I'll light a candle for humanity, for all the good that's yet to come, as we overlook our differences and join now as one. And I pray we'll come out stronger in this world I'm dreaming of. I'll light a candle for humanity, to be a world that's living in love. I'll light a candle. I'll light a candle. I'll light a candle.
And so I have this beautiful reading this evening from Matthew Fox in his book, Christian Mystics, and we have the wisdom of Thomas Aquinas. God has produced a work in which the divine likeness is clearly reflected. I mean by this the world itself. God's love is not about a private conversation. It goes out universally to all the divine works. Despite our intimate connection to the divine, our relationship is not a private conversation. It is the world itself, not any individual in it, that is the clearest expression of the image of God or the reflection of the divine. God's love is outgoing and extends to the entire universe, to all the divine works. Is our love growing this way also? Do we imbibe and fall in love with the entire universe and understand that to be our prayer and our relationship in God? Aquinas challenges us to move from psychology to cosmology. God's love extends to all beings, not just to humans, and certainly not just to humans of a particular tribe or religion or history.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free, as I continue walking in this mystery. I surrender to my greatest, highest good. I release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day. I'm more loving every moment, every day. I surrender every moment, every day.
I have another favorite book by Mirabai Starr. It's a book full of poetry and prayers, and it's called Mother of God, Similar to Fire. And this is called The Burning Bush. Divine Mother, living flame of love, ignite my heart with the fire that blazes in the night and never consumes the fuel that feeds it. Let me be the fuel, blessed one. You who led my ancestors through the wilderness, light my way home to the place where my beloved is waiting for me. Queen of peace, whisper your healing secrets in my ear, and I will share them with the whole world, so that in the circle of my own blazing heart, the fighters will lay down their weapons and take each other into their arms. Holy prophet, you who burn with love for the Holy One, I am ready to meet you in the sacred fire and be transfigured by love. And let's take that right back into some silent meditation, shall we?
and we will care for each other as the world around us unravels, and we will tend to the spark of hope that lives within our grieving hearts. And we are here now in this present moment, lifting our voices and hearts. And we are here now, we have come together, we are tending the spark of hope. Oh, may it grow. And we will care for each other as the world around us unravels, and we will tend to the spark of hope that lives within our grieving hearts. And we are here now in this present moment, lifting our voices and hearts. And we are here now, we have come together, we are tending the spark of oh, may it grow. And we will care for each other as the world around us unravels, and we will tend to the spark of hope that lives within our grieving hearts. And we are here now in this present moment, lifting our voices and hearts. And we are here now, we have come together, we are tending the spark of hope. Oh, may it grow. And we will care for each other.
And so this evening, I'd like to end with this affirmative prayer. Wherever I am, there too is God. God, Spirit, Universe, Love, Allah, the All, the One, Life. By whatever name or title, it is infinite intelligence creating life. It creates the moon and the stars. It creates the grass and the sand. It creates the dog and the cat. It creates the mountain and the valley. It creates the heat and the cold. It creates the winter and the spring. It creates all life, all species, all forms, including all humanity. My life is the life of God expressing, expanding, and evolving through all the circumstances of my human experience. Every attribute and quality of God is in me, for I am made from it. I am made of it, and I remember now that my true essential nature is the nature of God. When I resist change, Spirit gently says, "But that's what I do." When I feel excluded or judged, I hear Spirit singing in my ear, "You are my beloved. When I am exhausted and ready to give up, Spirit instructs me to follow where it leads. When I start believing no one understands, Spirit provides an angel who sees deep into my heart. When I reach the edge of my understanding, Spirit is simply trying to remind me there is more to know. When I find myself triggered by the actions of others, Spirit laughs and asks, "How are you triggering them?" When I find myself feeling helpless to change a worldly condition, Spirit is whispering, "I only need to change yourself. You only need to change yourself." When my old stories keep invading new circumstances, Spirit reminds me new wine can be ruined by old wineskins. When I am convinced I am right, Spirit comes in my dreams and shows me the multitudes in the beloved community. When I am tempted to walk away, Spirit asks, "What have I called you to do here? And who have I called you to be now?" When I act like it is I, not the Father, that doeth the work, Spirit nudges me and reminds me to reverse that equation. When I find myself running full force into the wall of frustration, Spirit suggests I stop and sit on the bench of peace it has provided nearby. I am not here by accident. I am right here in this moment, in this life, in this predicament, in this world for a reason. So I sit in the presence of the divine and welcome it into my every thought, decision, and action. I choose to hear God's word and God's wisdom as I make choices. I bring Spirit's love into every relationship I have. I commit to commune with my higher self daily and allow meditation, treatment, and journaling to remind me to identify with the spiritual truth of my being. My human self is a vehicle through which my divine self expresses. Wherever I am, there too is God. I feel grateful for this reminder today. I gratefully know this is the truth every day and for all eternity. I gratefully remember that my life is the life of God, expressing, expanding, and evolving through all the circumstances of my human experience. I am grateful the guidance of Spirit is always present and available, and I surrender my life and this prayer into spiritual law, always present, always available. I always work for my good and the good of all life, and so it is. Well, that ends our time this evening together. I want to thank you for joining me for spiritual practice. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday when we hear from Susan Springfield and her wisdom. And then again next Wednesday night when we do this little spiritual practice time again. Until then, good night.